Girls, what was the most obvious hint you dropped, and the guy just didn't get it? My buddy in college was stressing over when to make the move to kiss a girl he liked. While we encouraged him to not wait for the perfect moment and just go for it, he admitted he should have tried to kiss her when they were in the shower. Man, imagine them married, with 3 kids, and he's still stressing. Is now an okay time to go in for that first kiss? Oh man, she's such a good person, she's showering at the same time as me to use less hot water. She must love the planet. It's snowing. Just stay here. You can sleep in my bed. To be honest, I would just think to myself, she is really nice offering me that, I better not screw this up by trying to sleep with her. And then proceed to say it doesn't seem so bad, but thank you. My dumbass would just say, but where would you sleep? It's okay, I have good tires, I'll go home. Thankfully my girlfriend now just laughs at my stupid, thinking it's a joke until my brain catches up. We were discussing costumes and I sent a picture of me in my bunny suit and said I'd need help out of it. His response was telling me he hoped my roommate was home or that would suck. I had to tell him I was implying I'd like him to take it off me, and it took him a minute to catch up. Edit, for those of you concerned, it was very much a suggestive picture. I'm not sure it could have been perceived as just friendly, and no, you won't be getting proof of said picture for those in my DMs lol. I was very much ready to hit him with the bat of bluntness because we get along great and he'd seemed flirty with me before. More women just need to hit us with the bat, because honestly there's 3 situations. 1, the guy is whooshed by it, or 2, the guy is afraid of taking it too far when the girl isn't ready, or 3, the guy isn't interested either and it makes it less awkward. Friend was complaining that he was hot because of his long sleeve shirt. I said, oh, I'm sure you'd be just as hot without the shirt. He was so unaware, but I finally just kissed him. Did something similar when it was 90 degrees out. My crush at the time said, God, I'm so fucking hot, and I relied, now you're just stating the obvious. Honestly, I would have missed that. I would have thought, damn, I can't just express how I'm feeling because of the weather. I once was modeling clothes I planned to take on vacation for my boyfriend. After showing off a couple of outfits, I told him to close his eyes and changed into lingerie. He opened his eyes and I asked him what he thought. His jaw dropped and he said, you can't wear that outside. I put my clothes back on. My ex did something similar. I bought new lingerie, waited on the bed for him to come home from work. He comes in, looks a little shocked, says that's nice and adjusts the straps. Lay down and started staring at his phone. He said later, after our breakup, that he just didn't know what to do and freaked out inwardly cause it was something he'd always wanted. Lamau. I never wore lingerie for him again after that incident, it killed my confidence. Complained I was a bit cold, so he gave me a blanket. I then told him there's space for 2 under the blanket, in an obvious flirting tone. He answered with no thanks, I'm not cold. I still tease him with it once in a while, we're married now. Holy shit, I'm mentally slow. I just realized I was him a week or 2 ago. I went on a second date with a girl to a hockey game and I don't feel comfortable doing touchy-feely stuff until I outright say I'm ready to commit seriously. So halfway through she says, man, it's pretty cold in here, isn't it? And I said no, if anything I'm a little warm. Things went normally for the rest of the game, but afterwards I got straight ghosted. Lamau. I couldn't for the life of me figure out why, but that may or may not be it. It could be anything really, but I hadn't connected those dots yet, so I physically facepalmed when the light bulb went off. Haha, husbands, bless their hearts. When I went on the first date with my husband, we both lived in the same apartment complex. He had been there a while, so he knew most everybody that lived there, and I had just moved in. He was trying to guess which car was mine. And when he figured it out, he told me, "You can tell a lot about somebody by their car." Expecting some cheesy line from him, I said, "Oh yeah? What can you tell?" And he immediately started into a technical spiel about tread wear and tire alignment. I guess he was just trying to impress me with his knowledge because he worked at an auto body shop. It didn't even occur to him that it sounded like he was trying to flirt. I definitely still tease him about that. I went out of my way to come in early and talk to this guy every day for like a month before someone else told him I was into him. I also repeatedly told him I liked him. He thought I was just being nice. When a girl admits to liking you, a guy faces a dilemma. 1. You could be joking and pulling his leg. 2. You sympathize for him, or you like him as a friend and that's it. Yes, this is the dilemma I faced freshman year. Girl came up to me in math class and was like, "That other girl I am friend likes you." I was like, "Yeah, sure, the pretty, beautiful, smart girl likes me, sure. There is a better chance of me getting struck by lightning. Though it always leaves you with a streak of hope, but what if she did? That streak sucks cause you never can get closure, and no, because you feel you aren't anywhere near good enough for her, so there is no way she really likes. Asking her seems like a good option, right? Not really, cause if she turns you down you are joke in front of everyone." I had a girl invite me to her house once just to show me her posters. They were all of Harley Davidson motorbikes, and she said she's never ridden a Harley before. Awkward silence, and after a few other bits of small talk I decided to be on my way. 2 years later I'm sitting on the bus and realize what she meant. Harley. Ridden a Harley. My name is Harley. I invited a guy over to my house after recently transferring to a new HS. I didn't really know anyone yet, but he was cute and I asked if he wanted to hang out. The first time we did, I took him up to my room and we started talking about some of the random things I had in there, one of which was a glass mannequin head. I handed it to him and said, "Here, now you can tell all your friends I gave you head." It was even more interesting because, I found out later, that while I'd already had sex with a few different guys by then, he'd never even had a blowjob before, so he was pretty shy at first. It definitely helped to break the ice, and we ended up dating for a few years. A guy I'm currently seeing invited me camping earlier this month. We were cuddling and I noted how nice the showers are in the bathroom at the provincial park. I said they're really warm and lots of space for 2 people. Trying to hint for him to join me for sexy time. This man, without missing a beat, says, "Actually, you could fit like 10 people in those showers." We laughed about it really hard the next weekend and he said, "I knew what you were getting at, but my brain just wanted to answer it logically." The answering logical thing is really big for me. I don't think in innuendos unless they're for the sake of comedy, so otherwise I think logically, and as a result I'm not good at flirting. I know this one girl kinda sorta flirted with me for a few minutes, telling me she was going to lock me in a cage and asked what I thought about that, and my response was along the lines of, "I'm not too sure, I've never been in that situation, so I can't say how I'd feel." Thankfully she found this very funny. Literally said, "I want to be yours," and the dude just keeps smiling and goes on about random space facts. That one hurt a bit. Lamau, I felt this one. My former crush and I used to walk each other to our classes, alternatively cause feminism, and at some point we had started saying we belonged to each other. I thought she was being friendly and was into me enough to give affection, but not commitment. It got to a point where before we would depart to our own class she would grab my face, hold it up to hers and make me repeat that I was hers and she was mine. We would make each other late to class because of that, and honestly I would melt every time she even gave me any bit of attention. Didn't realize for a few years that she was setting me up to kiss her and officially make her mine. Also didn't completely miss the train. We dated for a while after that. I couldn't hold on to her. Miss you, Anna. Guy here. A girl took my hat off, started running her fingers through my hair and asked what did I do to get it so smooth. I proceeded to tell her all about the new shampoo I had switched to a month before until she cut me off. Cut you off how? Literally put her finger to my lip and said, "You know, I've been flirting with you all night." I was 50-50 because I wasn't sure, but I had suspected it and had even told my friend. Was at an out-of-town party at his sister's house. Girl was actually his old babysitter from when we were kids. When I was like 15 to 16, this girl from school I had a huge crush on kept inviting me to her house when she was alone, wearing the smallest tops and asking for back massages. I never got the hint. Years later, when I started going out with my now fiancé, that girl's sister tells my GF, "Hey, my sister had a crush on him back in school." I was not a bright teenager. Same, but instead of back massaged, she wanted foot massages. I even gave her some, but my dumbass never really got the hints. It even went as far as another girl asking for foot rubs, and the first girl got really mad that another girl asked. And that's how I've been single for my entire life since. A girl came to my house once and spent the night. Around the time for bed, she told me she doesn't sleep with a top on or panties. I told her that's okay, I'll sleep on the couch so she can be comfy. She called me from downstairs later that night and told me she couldn't sleep and she was cold. I figured, well, obviously, you're naked. So I gave her another blanket and went back downstairs.